Hi, I'm DJ. Nice to meet me. Let's talk about Sega's blue-tinted rodent version of Mario in my review for Sonic the Hedgehog.
What the?
Are you in charge here?
Yes, I am.
Nope!
I'm
Wrong. I'm in charge.
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy based on level of critical importance, the disparity between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Listen, pal, I don't know if you realize
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny.
Nobody cares.
Fittingly fleet and frequently fun, Sonic the Hedgehog is a video game-inspired adventure the whole family can enjoy. Oh, it's family-style fun! And a fine excuse for Jim Carrey, yes, the one and only Jim Carrey, to double-tap his sweet comedic ass into the manic energy that launched his career. Yep! Jim Carrey, baby, he's back. He's back in full force, as you've known and loved him during his heyday of comedy films, blockbusters during the 90s. And currently, guys, this is very interesting. Sonic the Hedgehog is holding on Rotten Tomatoes, according to critics, 64%, followed by 94% by audiences. So you know what? It passes with critics, and audiences are just losing their collective bones about this film. So I just want to start with my expectations for this film. I think we're all on the same page, so let's hit it, guys. Internet fandom. People are always going to hate. Hate is always going to be sipping on that haterade. I personally like the grape flavor. I think it's got a nice little tang to it. But you know what? I was the only guy who was preaching and proselytizing to the now defunct Church of Sega about my personal opinion and thoughts on the trailer and my expectations for this movie. Everyone was like, oh, this looks stupid. This looks dumb. Ugh. Where I was like, you know what? I was never like the biggest like Sonic connoisseur. But I did play the game as a child. I had a Sega, loved it. You know, I think this trailer did well to let me know the tone of the film, what to expect. I thought it'd be comedic. I really loved Jim Carrey as Robotnik. I thought he was going to blow this out the water, which he did. So I expected a nice family-style, fun adventure comedy with some, you know, a safe comedy. Yeah, that's the word. Comedy, right? Not comedy. So let's just jump right into the pros right now, guys. It's a fun, young audience level of comedy. You're not going to expect some deep cuts or some very like intellectually minded references to anything you can imagine. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog film. And you know what? Ben Schwartz, John Raffio. What up, John Raffio? He does a phenomenal job. He actually is a talent as a voice actor, separate from his acting credits. And he does an awesome job voicing Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the character. I thought Sonic and James Marsden had some fantastic dynamics between the two of them. I honestly thought Jim Carrey was going to be the one really carrying this film. But he's a supporting actor. And when Sonic and James Marsden were on film, I enjoyed their presence on film. I enjoyed their interaction. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. Because honestly, Jim Carrey was really kind of the pull for me to watch this film. And I thought Sonic, despite being the lead for the film, would be kind of an afterthought. The story, guys, I'm going to give it a pro. It's serviceable. Like, what do you expect if you're going to take a video game property and put it into the real world and have real live action actors against a CGI character? What really can you do with those two? So I think, provided like the fundamental nature of reality, this is about as good as it gets. And lastly, Jim Carrey, guys, he does an awesome job in this film. Enough said. Now, there are some cons, so let's talk about those right now. And ironically enough, it has to do with Jim Carrey. I expected more, honestly. I wasn't expecting, you know, the level of like Liar Liar or Ace Ventura or anything else, but I expected at least to like have a very hearty laugh with Jim Carrey, and I didn't get that, despite loving his performance. The CGI, definitely the CGI. Now the rendering, as you guys know, the rendering of Sonic has gone through a total redesign, presumably. It looks great, but in terms of the actual, I guess you could call, oh god, the placement, I forget what the technical term is. for CGI when you overlay it onto like a real background. That was very janky. Like as far as the actual designs, the wireframes, the rendering, the mapping of the actual CGI, like robots or Sonic himself or whatever CGI elements were visible, whenever it was placed on screen against in the foreground against the background, it was like, it just looked exactly like that, like as if you had an image and then you had like the CGI element on a transparent film and you just overlaid it. Like it didn't have that shallow depth of field, that real life look, you know, it looked kind of fake AF. And then last point for the cons, again, it comes back to the comedy. Now, while perfectly fine for children, for adult audiences, for me at least, it wasn't a hootin' hollering good time. I laughed internally. I kind of chuckled. I was entertained, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the comedy I was personally expecting, especially provided Jim Carrey was in this. So, guys, final opinions on Sonic the Hedgehog. You've got some free time, you got a hot babe you want to take to see this, or you're just, you know, a masturbating nerd who lives in his mom's basement who's got nothing else to do, but he's got a ticket, or he's got the AMC A-list, and he's got some free time, because of course he's got nothing else to do except beat the bishop, choke the chicken, y'all, that good jizzle. It's great. I think Jim Carrey delivers. Carries the film alongside the lead, Sonic, and James Marsden, and the dynamic between all of them is just awesome, fantastic. So I'm going to say, guys, Sonic the Hedgehog. It is one of the better video game adaptations to feature-length film. So a 4 out of 5 bags of popcorn. Yes, go ahead and see it. And hey, for all you Marvel fans who just, you know, can't keep your panties on and want to wait till the end and see if there's an end credit, there is. So stick around till the end, guys. And also stick around on this channel because every Saturday, this Saturday, 1:30 p.m., we're having weekly Weekender. It's our movie news wrap up, the 10 biggest stories in Hollywood and movie news. And we've got a special guest host. Guest co-host, Miss Stephanie Gallardo from MoviePOP. She'll be on the broadcast this weekend. We're going to be talking about it. So I'm going to see you guys in the chat. Have a fantastic rest of your week.